Jagex just changed my account forever. You see, this is Chunk Volcano, my Xtreme Onechunk Ironman, which basically means I'm locked to just these two chunks until I complete everything there is to do here, which includes getting every possible collection log slot and completing the highest level skilling goals. Normally, going into these accounts, you set expectations of what you need to accomplish, like getting 99 agility on one course or killing a difficult boss in an unorthodox way. But you can never expect Jagex to change these expectations entirely, and in spite of that, they did. Jagex have just added water weaknesses to every Zar creature, including not only those in the fight caves, but also in the Inferno. And considering that I need to not only complete the Zar collection log, but also obtain a Jad pet and get an Infernal kit before escaping my chunks, this update might genuinely change everything. So I couldn't wait to get stuck into it and test it out. I've been buying runes since the game updated, and for some reason, every world has the Chaos and Death runes overstocked, so I can't even buy them. Who logs into the game and the first thing they do is sell 50 runes to each world? Like, who are you? At least I've got a lot of tockle to spend. I do need to save some for the future, but I'm willing to invest in this test. That'll be enough. I couldn't buy any better runes in the end, but I do still have some left over from when I had some before, so let's have some fun. It's not every day your starting chunk gets updated, right? I do still need 2 Obsidian pieces from the big cats to complete the collection log, and with melee, they still take over 3 minutes to kill, so I'm really hoping this is faster. It is only a 40% weakness, so nothing incredible, but a 40% water weakness means they take both 40% more damage and the attacks are 40% more accurate, which overall makes magic much better. But the big question on my mind was, is it better than melee? Because if it was, just that would make this update incredible on its own. So I started killing the cats with the weakest water spell for a minimum comparison until I ran into a little bit of an issue. Wait. Why is my max hit an 8? What? That's the same max hit as Windstrike. What is going on? I need to figure this out. Let me try it on a regular cat. Please tell me they've not forgotten this water weakness. These hits seem very low. Oh no. This was concerning. The update says they should have a weakness. The document they released said they should have a weakness, but they don't have a weakness. But I had one little saving grace. Jagex introduced a new spell on the regular spellbook with this update, Monster Inspect, which lets you inspect monsters to see their attributes while on the regular spellbook. It does require cosmic runes though, which I don't have access to on my chunk account, so I went on my main to explore. Okay, so if I cast this on the cat, it should tell me if it has a weakness. I can't see it anywhere. I am so confused. And it turns out none of the regular Zars have weaknesses and Jagex missed them. To be fair, it was a pretty large update with a lot of changes and it did have a few bugs and issues, but of course one of the only weaknesses missing was mine. Okay, the normal Zars don't have it, but the fight caves and Inferno NPCs are meant to get it as well. So assuming they've not missed everything, I've got a chance here. Come here, Mr. Bat. 40% water weakness. Oh my God, yes. Okay, so at least I've got something. Wait, I need to test this. No, it's 7. Okay, last chance. Oh, I didn't hit an 8, so I'm still not sure, but let's keep going because if the bat does have a weakness like the Monster Inspect says, I can assume that the rest of the fight caves have one, right? All I need to see is a hit above 8 to make sure this is working. Come on. Wait, that's a big hit. Oh, a 10! It's not a max hit either. Okay, we are so on. This water weakness being in was huge news. Although Jagex missed, well, most of the NPCs in my chunk that are meant to be changed, the fight caves NPCs all seem to have water weaknesses. So while I couldn't test the cats like I wanted to, I had the next best thing in mind. A full magic fight caves with barely any magic gear. If this was possible, it would change everything. Normally, when I complete the fight caves on this account, I have to use melee as I haven't yet unlocked a way to train range. This can put me in tricky situations on the waves and also just take a long time. And considering I need to get the Jad pet before I leave the chunk, I need to do a lot of runs. My fastest melee run is around 5 hours. So if this is faster or at least makes it easier and more relaxed, this will be a huge win. But before we test the caves, if you're like me, you probably play a lot of RuneScape and have a lot of AFK grinds. So instead of watching TV shows while you take them on, why not try to develop a new, useful skill with today's video sponsor boot.dev. Boot.dev is the perfect learning tool to study backend development from start to finish in the Python and Go programming languages. And as a software developer myself, I genuinely do love the platform and have spoken about it quite a lot. But did you know that all of Boot.dev's content is free to read and watch? You can take a look at all of the courses on offer before subscribing, including this really cool Go course on how to build a Pokédex, which can translate really effectively to any personal projects you want to create. And it's not your typical learning tool. You gain experience to level up, earn achievements, and complete quests to earn a rank on on the global leaderboard, all while getting hands-on and obtaining valuable knowledge that can translate to a professional environment. And according to Stack Overflow, the median salary for backend developers in the US was over $100,000. There are many more features, but if you want to learn the useful skill of coding without getting bored, go to boot.dev and use my code Tellacon to get 25% off your entire first year if you choose the annual plan. Thanks to boot.dev for sponsoring today's video. So I decided to head back to the rune shop and spent hundreds of thousands of Tokkul on Chaos and Death runes so I could really see if magic is useful. And I headed back to the fight caves dedicated to try a full run with magic. And remember, the caves are not a walk in the park for me. I have no access to any prairie store, so for however long this caves takes, I have to constantly prayer flick to lose as little prayer as possible. And also do my best to not let any bats hit me, as every time they do, they drain my prayer. So this run will still be incredibly stressful. Here we go! I am really scared of the mages, but I'll worry about that when I get there. I'm just so happy that I've got something to test. Look at that beautiful one shot. The funny thing is, I've been maging these blobs even when I do my melee runs anyway, because a little known fact about these is that they reflect 1 damage whenever you melee them. So now I'll just be killing them much faster than before, which is great. Honestly, this is really good even on the ranges. Look how accurate it is. This should make some of the later waves a lot less dangerous, as I'll not be tanking the ranger for as long and it should die a lot quicker. These situations are actually really scary when I don't have many prayer points. Oh no, that was close. All right, melee time. I didn't actually test if anything past the ranger has a weakness, so I hope they do. Okay, an 8's not a max hit. Okay, they do. These still die pretty slow using strikes, so I think melee will be faster on these, but overall this run, I am impressed by how much more lax it feels. Just being able to hit everything from a distance and hide behind pillars easier, it's just so much better than melee and everything. Actually, this is even better than I thought. If I was to use melee in a situation like this, I'd have to kind of kill them in order, but just being able to flick the melee and kill everything behind it by using the melee as a safe spot makes this magic really freaking good. I've swapped to using death runes and holy crap, these hits are nuts. The ranges just melt. The accuracy is the same, but blast having double the damage of strike literally seems to double the speed, so I killed that ranger so fast. This honestly felt really good. Using death runes is way faster than melee. The downside is I can't really upkeep the cost, as I'd need millions of Tokkul per run. But at the very least, I know that if I bring water blasting with me during a melee run, it'll make the caves a lot safer, a lot more relaxed, and I'll be able to deal a lot of damage at a distance whenever I need to. And then the true test began. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. This is criminal. These things have a huge magic level, but I'm still hitting so well. Look at these hits. This is actually possible. What? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was doubting it up till this point because their magic level is huge. But there was a small issue. Even though the kill took under 3 minutes, it used around 60 death runes, meaning I'd have to use them sparingly if I wanted to use them on most of the mages. So I decided on a system. I'd use the weakest mind runes while safe spotting and on the blobs. I'd use the strongest death runes on the biggest threats, which are the bats and mages, and I'd use chaos runes on basically everything else. This would hopefully save me some Tokkul while still being quite efficient. And for the rest of the caves, this worked perfectly. Flicking the mages was much easier with magic because I simply just turned the prayer on and off, whereas with melee, I have to walk back and forth and flick, which opened me up to more potential mistakes. And using death runes on the bats turned out to be the right move. The rest of the cave went smoothly, except this one wave where I just couldn't kill the bat. It drained 12 prayer points, which could normally put a run in jeopardy. But because the rest of the run went so smoothly, I still had plenty of prayer to finish. Oh, and here comes the final challenge. Coming into this, I was really concerned because he has 480 magic and 60 magic defense. But after seeing my hits on the mages, I don't know, I think I can do this. Just in case though, because I brought the Obby Maul, I will lure him to the flinching spot just in case I need to use it, which I'm hoping that I don't. This is so scary. I've not killed Jad regularly in a long time, and flicking these prayers correctly is going to be life or death. Like, considering I've been in here for hours, I really don't want to fail here. Oh my god, I genuinely can't believe how often I'm hitting with just 40%. Like, the 40% accuracy gets better with better gear because it scales the accuracy up. But I've just got a staff and a hat, so this is nuts. Thank you so much, Jagex. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. It spawned healers already. This is so much faster than flinching. I'm gonna assume these have water weaknesses as well because I just hit a 19. So the fact that these have them applied and the Ket's done is baffling to me. You know what? I can't kill them. I don't think I can kill these even with blast. They heal so much. If these are healing Jad right now, this is actually not good. Okay, if I melee Jad real quick, the healers might move away from it. Oh, that is perfect. Okay, turns out just mauling the healers is better. That works. I've officially found a place. The magic weakness sucks. And there is the kill. Oh, honestly, that felt incredible. Oh shit, it only ended up being 2 minutes behind my fastest melee kill. Even using Mind and Chaos for most of it, that is insane. If I could do a death rune only run, I think I can get that to under 3 hours, which would be wild. It'd save hundreds of hours along the Jadpet grind. I'm gonna trade in this cape. This will be the first cape that I have ever traded in. Can I get lucky? No, never lucky, but there's a lot more fight caves to do. And magic's gonna help a lot. Overall, the fight caves are a huge success. Not only do I have the potential to speed up the cave significantly, but I don't have to flinch Jad anymore. And even if I decide to melee the runs to save Tockle, taking in some death runes to deal with the bats and tricky waves will speed it up a lot. I can officially say Jagex have changed my chunk forever. But there's more to test. Or there would be, but I have to wait for Jagex to actually fix the game first. While I was waiting, I actually did a mage only running max gear on my main account, and the accuracy made it so it almost never splashed. The hits were massive. I mean, look at this Jad kill. And without incorporating any strategy other than just pray mage, click monster, I completed the run in just 37 minutes, which is kind of insane. If you're a mid-level Ironman struggling to get a rune crossbow or a magic shortbow, I'd genuinely recommend trying a magic only fight caves as an alternative, because you might just get your cape. Well, it's been a week, and the Zars still don't have a water weakness, and it's now Wednesday, so there's an update in 5 minutes, and let's just hope they've been applied, honestly. Okay, the update is in. Let's go and see if these have got water weaknesses. I'm hopeful because it's been a week and it's a new update day, but they have also done one more change which will make it easier. Last time, because I couldn't get cosmic runes, I couldn't use the monster inspect spell, so I had to go on my main to do it. But this update, they've changed it to be body runes instead of cosmic, and I think I can buy body runes with Tockle. I've just never had a use to. So if I can actually go around inspecting these all on my own. They're only 4 each. That's actually really good. So if I inspect a regular cat now, before it didn't say they had a water weakness. Now it says 40% water weakness. Hang on. Oh my God, are they actually in the game? Wait, I need to attack a cat and see if I hit above an 8. Yes! Oh, I've got the 40% weakness on the Zars. Is it on all the other ones as well? Oh my God, it is. Oh my God, we've actually got the weakness. I have been waiting a week for this. I guess the big question is it on the big boys? Because these were not listed on the spreadsheet, so I wasn't sure if these were going to get it, even though it wouldn't make any sense for them not to get it. And they do. Oh my God, they've got it. That was an 8 and it was not a max hit splat. I am so happy. This is what I wanted. I want to sit here and I want to test and see if Water Strike kills these faster than melee does. And so far it's looking incredibly good. You see, when I'm killing these with melee, it actually takes 3 to 4 minutes a kill, even with these stats. So it ends up being only 15 to 20 kills an hour at most. So if this can kill it faster, just for a little bit of a Tockle cost, it makes it a lot more chill because I don't need to flick, and I can save spot them, and it's just free experience in magic, right? And that's it, it's dead. That was really quick, at least comparable to melee, so at least I can AFK them now. I have so many things I want to test with these having water weaknesses. I've already tested the fight caves a little bit, but it could even be really good in the Inferno. You know what as well? This spell has a really good XP rate. Look at this. If I can buy body and mind runes really cheap, I wonder if this is a legitimate training method. In fact, what if I hit a Zar and then examine it? Can I do that at once, or is there a delay on it? I think they share a delay. Okay, it looks like they share a delay. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, I was hoping I could do both at the same time, but I don't think I can. What if I use different enemies? So what if I do this? No, it doesn't let me. Oh, the delay makes it so it's likely not worth it. However, if I can use this spell every 5 ticks, it's actually better XP than using Water Strike. because as you can see, the XP just comes in and in and in as long as I time it right. So because of how cheap body and mind runes are, this could be a legitimate training method. Anyways, after a week, it's finally time to test the kets. To start, I'm going to cast 1,000 wind strikes and 1,000 water strikes to get a true comparison and see just how much quicker it is and see if it'll truly speed up my obsidian armor grind. So let's see how many kills I can get with wind strike. Got 1,000 casts of it. I've reset all of my XP per hour and we're starting at 2,003 kills. So I am intrigued to see just how much better water is. And the cool thing is, while we're killing these, I could hit any of these last 2 obsidian armor tasks. I am currently 2,000 kills in with just the legs, and each of these has a 1 in 2k drop rate, so I am pretty dry. And there we go, 1 kill with wind strike, took 81 casts. So it's not the best thing in the world, but it's also not that bad. Let's see how consistent that is. That was like 66 casts. That was way better. Maybe the average here is much better than I thought. Whoa! Holy fuck! Oh my god! Oh my god, I did not expect to get that on this video. That is so good. I am 2,000 and odd kills deep. I got the legs a couple of 100 kills ago. I did not expect that. Oh, I've just got one more item to complete the log, and magic is going to be the key to doing it. That is proof. Oh, if I start testing the water weakness and I don't get any drops at all, that's it. We're not going to use it. We're just going to use wind spells. Well, that's going to skew my XP ratio a little bit because I've just stood there not attacking for a while. It was like 13,300, but it was well worth it. I cannot believe this. And there we go. All the runes are gone. I got 11,700 XP in about 50 minutes of killing them, which is not bad at all, honestly, for the amount of toggle. And then if I go here, I killed 15. So I killed 15 in 50 minutes. Now, that is slightly worse than melee on average, but only by a little bit. And considering that I've got 86 melee, that's actually really, honestly, pretty good. But now it is time to test the water weaknesses. And as these are 40% more accurate and deal 40% more damage, I expect to get more than 15 kills and a lot more XP than 12,000. Let's find out. And that is a kill in 46 casts. Let's see if this keeps up, because if this is an average of 40 to 50 casts a kill, this is going to be absolutely incredible. That's kill number 5, which means I'm actually averaging just over 40 a kill. It's actually better. Okay, and that is it. Out of runes, I got 22.5 kills, which means that if we're only counting the full kills, it's about 2 minutes and 16 seconds for 1 kill, which is better than melee. So using water strike, which is actually a really cheap spell, is better than melee. But I really want to test water bolt and water blast now. Okay, I'm going to test bolt first because I think testing them in order is just going to feel the best, you know, but I am expecting great things. I started with 1,362, so let's see just how many casts this takes. Oh, this feels so quick. How is it half health already? What the hell? That is insane. This entire kill just took a minute and like 5 seconds. That's like 60 kills an hour. Melee is 15 to 17. That's 4 times quicker than melee. This obby helmet grind is going to be so much quicker now. Yeah, okay, this is insane. This is what I wanted to see. This is what I wanted to see 1 week ago when they didn't put it into the game when they were meant to. I am so excited. I'm just so excited for the future of this account. Okay, time for the ultimate test. I am going to use some of the death runes that I've got, and I'm going to flick prayers the entire time. Let's see how long these kills take. That is a big hit. The XP for this is nuts. 22 is still the max, even with Mystic Might. It does kind of suck that even though they added a little bit of damage to these prayers, it's only 2%, because without any other gear, I just don't get a max hit on any spell. So it's just, it feels weird to flick, but the accuracy does help, and the 40% accuracy is on top of this 15%, so I cannot complain. Yeah, this is just about 20 casts a kill. This is insane. This is wild. I genuinely just did not think they would change anything in my chunk. Like, this is just so unexpected. It came out of nowhere. Just the update, the blog post, I just read it and I just got so happy. Oh, I know it took an extra week for me to get what I wanted, but hey, we're here now and it is all fun. In fact, you know what? I think we should test the Zarket Wreck challenges. These challenges give you multiple Jads to fight, and I can only do the first 2 because these last 4 require the Inferno. But I did do a melee run of the first one, and it took 17 minutes, which with the global best being 6 seconds, you can tell that's pretty slow. I wonder if I can beat it. It is a little bit concerning though, because these Jads are stronger than the fight caves, meaning they've got a higher magic defense and defense level in general. So I'm not too sure how this is going to play out, but let's see if I can hit it, because if I can, this is going to be really good for the Inferno. Ooh, I've splashed every hit so far. This is actually not looking too good. I actually can't hit this. There's the first hit. Okay, it seems like it's possible, but it does not seem like this is a good use of runes at all, and I'm not sure if this is really going to be that viable in an Inferno run. In the Inferno, towards the end, you actually fight 3 of these, and fighting 3 of these is going to be incredibly scary with melee, but it looks like I might have to melee them. Either that, or I need to get a boatload of runes. Oh, that kind of sucks. I was really looking forward to this and seeing if it would be possible to at least have some fun, but it's not, so I'm not going to waste any more runes here. This one's kind of a bummer, but hey, with all of the extras with these Kets and all the Zars, as well as the fight caves, I cannot complain in the slightest. Well, I want to test the water weaknesses on the Nibblers, because if they have a water weakness, it'll be like the bats in the Inferno, and I'll be able to one-hit them most of the time with 10 health. And if I can kill even 1 per wave, the amount of pillar damage that I take is going to be a lot lower. So I am so excited about this. I've brought Monster Inspect just to make sure that these have not been missed on week 2, but they've got everything else right. Wait, are you kidding me? Don't do this to me. Oh my god, they've missed the Inferno NPCs on the second update. No, there it is, there's the 8. Oh, I can't believe they've missed this as well. Well, on the bright side, this is coming. The Inferno NPCs are going to get a water weakness. It's just a case of when, but I don't need this right now. The Inferno is a long time away, and I've got a lot to do before that. But when these Nibblers get weaknesses, if I can water blast them, they have about a 60% chance of death, which means as long as I can clear 1 at the beginning of the wave, I'm hoping that the pillars die a lot slower. But I'll get into the Inferno in a future video, because I have been talking to the top PVMers in the game. I have been learning a lot about it, and I have been figuring out if it is truly possible in my chunk. But anyways, the water weaknesses are a huge success. The fight caves, incredible. Gonna help the runs, whether it's mage or melee. Kets are gonna be so freaking good now. So at the very least, this update is gonna make this grind a lot quicker and make this grind a lot quicker and easier. So even if it doesn't end up being useful in the Inferno, I can officially say this changes everything. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video.